respect the flag. That's all I can say.
Alright, what we're going to do here is I'm going to acid wash, I'm going to etch the concrete, okay? Get down here so you can see me. So anyway, your epoxy kits, you know, come with the etching compound. Depending on how much, does that look crooked? I think the camera's leaning a little bit. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, so I pre-dampen my concrete first. I got a hose running in here from the water heater inside the house. Have it on demand, so that's not an issue. So I've got like 225 feet of hose stretched to reach out here. So anyway, etching is important if the concrete is relatively fresh, because you'll have your epoxy will start to peel in different spots. So that's why etching it is actually important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dampen the whole floor. Then I'll let it sit for a little bit, not very long, and because it starts etching right away as soon as you mix this with water and it hits the concrete. I'll see if I can pick it up on the zoom in or whatever. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, so you don't need to sit through the whole thing, I'm going to go ahead and dampen the floor, and then I'll start recording again. Alright, you might not be able to hear it because of the reach-in cooler. You know what? But you can kind of see where it's etching. Little spots there. You can hear it more etching over here. You know, hold on a minute. I'll just pull the frickin' camera off the tripod. Not sure if you can hear it, but you can see it bubbling. Okay. So what it's doing, yeah, not sure if I can hear that. So anyway, what it's doing is it's etching the floor of the concrete. In other words, creating a rough surface, so your epoxy and everything heals better. Yeah, adheres better. So anyway, hopefully you can hear that a little bit. But anyway, then I'm going to grab a mop and start mopping it. I'll show you that too if you want. All right, you can really kind of hear it. For a minute. I'm trying to get over to the other light switch. There we go. That's a little better. So anyway, that's how it is. So basically, you just you know, slurping around. You can see everywhere where it's turning white. That's where it's, you know, starting to etch pretty good. Then to evenly coat it, just take your mop, you know, and just mop it around. Now obviously, assuming you can kind of see, and also what you want to do is you want to make sure that you do not reuse the mop. I mean, you can reuse it to the extent of, you know, drying up the floor. But I wouldn't use it for anything else. And including your final rinse, you want to use something else for your final rinse also. So make sure you do that. And it's really doing a pretty fair job, pretty nice job etching. like I say, it's just to keep, it's basically just to keep your epoxy tight to the floor. Because you definitely don't want to have any problems with your epoxy peeling. You know, some people do, they skip that part. You know, it's like, well, you know, the concrete's already rough enough, don't worry about it. And then later on, what happens? You wind up where you have problems. And that you don't want. So you can see, it's looking pretty good. Zoom in here. And I can still hear it etching, so it's still chewing it up. So in a way, that's how you etch it. Let it set 15, 20 minutes or so. Yeah, you can let it set, I think they recommend 15 minutes. I'll have to stoop down for you to see me, I think, yeah. But anyway, I think they recommend 15, 20 minutes, really depending on how bad your floor is. So I'm going to let this, oh, there you are. Anyway, I'm going to let this set for about 15, 20 minutes. Then I'm going to do my rinse and, you know, record that for you also. So, thanks for watching. Alright, it's been, what I did also is I hit it with, shadow, I hit it with a brush, also, a scrub brush, because there were some stains on it. So I know I use this fairly coarse scrub brush. Not really hard, medium maybe, but not quite soft. Because you want it to be able to get into the pores of the concrete if the concrete's not perfectly smooth. And this is not smooth. Okay, so you can see how the floor looks. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rinsing it. You know, I'll rinse the part right here so you can, if you look at it, you can kind of see the amount of dirt and concrete coming off of it. I need to go turn the water temperature up on the water heater because I want the pan warm. Then let's keep going too. There we go. So anyway, you can definitely see the amount of concrete, well, not just concrete, but I'm trying to find more of a random one here. This is a wood foundation garage because part of it is buried underground because I built it into the side of a hill. So that's why if you look at the walls, you can see they are 2x6 construction. 12 foot on, or 12 inch on center, so 12 inch on centers. So the space I'm doing is 20, well, I know it's 20 by something. The guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. There we go. I'm just trying to get all the stuff away from the edges because the slab is slanted towards the drain. And the drain goes all the way down the center of the garage. And both sides of the garage slant a little bit to the drain. So anyway, you can kind of see, I'm trying to get in the camera, I can't see that far. So I'm trying to get you an idea of, you know, how much, and obviously the water pressure is not really good because I'm going through 225 feet of hose and I'm only using the hot water side of the heater. So the pressure is not like it should be. I have water went out to the garage, it's just not hooked up yet. The water line is in the house where the well comes in, and it's also in the garage, so. All right. Obviously with more water pressure, this will go a lot faster. So I probably will not show you the whole thing. I think that would be rather silly. But either way, you should be able to kind of see, you know, the amount of dirt there that I'm getting. And that's kind of what I wanted to show you, was the dirt and the etching process, the little concrete powder that it takes off. But now when I do the epoxy, now I'll let this dry for at least a day, maybe longer, depending on how much moisture the concrete sucks up. Because you want to make sure that your concrete is totally dry before you put your epoxy down. You know, otherwise there's a good chance it's not going to adhere to the floor. So that's another thing you got to remember. All right. So anyway, basically you can kind of see all the dirt there. The dirt and the concrete powder. I mean, there's a lot coming off of it. You know, and I keep the floor clean in here because I mop it now and then. There we go. Yeah. You can see, I don't know if you can see over here where I'm squirting, but this stuff is really thick over here. So. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. But anyway, if I wasn't worried about the concrete temperature, then I would just hook the hose up to the well, stick it outside, because I have the system set to it's either 60, I think it's 60 psi, 70, something like that. Not in the house though. That's just the main pump pressure inside the tanks. And then in the house I have it set at I don't know, 45, 50, something like that. So anyway, there you go. And I'll probably put more videos up before Christmas. So, if not, wish everybody to have themselves a very Merry Christmas. And I'll probably do another video, I know I will. Well, I'm probably wasting my breath telling you to have a Merry Christmas because there'll be another video. So anyway, people can fast forward past this part. Because you know what? I would. And then what I'll do is I'll get a shot of it after it dries. You know, and what's nice is having this drain all the way down the center of the garage. You know, then you don't have to worry about where the water's going to go. You don't have to worry about, especially like before your car in the wintertime, snow, ice. It all goes down the drain. Oh, hey Calico. Got another cat coming in. I could quit, okay, I'll quit spraying. There you go. You can get past. Go ahead. A lot of bending over, so I really don't have the water pressure. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, you can see basically the amount of crud you get off of it. And then once it dries and everything, I'll show you that also. Alrighty. Crooked. I'll just stand sideways. Anyway, the area, I'll get a shot of it once it dries. It's drying up pretty good right now. What I ended up doing is, because it's December 12th or whatever, so it's starting to get cold. So I warmed it I have in-floor heat, but it's not hooked up yet. But anyway, so I use the warmer temperature water to clean it real good and also to heat the concrete up. That way there, the concrete will still be warm when I put the epoxy on. Anyway, it is, the area that I'm doing is 20 by 14. So this, that side over there was the same thing. So this section of the garage total is, what? Get one extension. Is 20 by 28. And then the overall size, it's still 28. It's still 28 wide. So anyway, it's still 28. Would you quit? Anyway, that's still 28 wide, but it's 32 feet long. So anyway, you're gonna have to. I can't pet you if I'm holding you, stupid. Anybody want a cat? All right, find a button. Quit. And there's Shadow. Yeah, I wasn't calling you. I was just saying there you are. I didn't mean for you to come over. Oh, anyway, so you can see the floor looks pretty good. No, don't jump up, sweetie. I got my hands full. I know. But anyway, you can see the floor etched really good. Cleaned up pretty nice. So it is. No. I told you not to jump up. Look at this goofy cat. Yeah. But anyway, so you can see it looks pretty good. And get down, sweetie. I'm sorry, you can't jump up like that. But anyway, you can see it's pretty good. And so you know, it took basically about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half at the most, because you figure the first thing I did is I dampened the floor. You know, then I put the etching powder down, let it sit for 15, 20, what? No! For 15, 20 minutes. Then I mopped it. Then I used a scrub brush on it, hit it with the scrub brush, the whole floor. Then rinsed it, obviously. And like I say, rinsing wasn't too bad because everything goes towards the drain. So regular garage, yeah, you'd have to mop the shit out of it. This I didn't even mop. Once I got it, clean, the water all drained down into the drain and out. So I mopped a little bit, but not enough to even really say you did. So about hour and a half prep time to do a good etching. Remember, you only want to do it once when you're putting down the epoxy, so you want to hit it good. So that's what I wanted to show you, was the etching, because on the first video I didn't show it. So I wanted to make sure I got it this time. And I'm not going to show me doing the epoxy and all that, because I already did a video on that. You can only be bored so many times for that. But anyway, hit the B in the bottom right hand corner. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload a new video, so I can bore you to death. So I just appreciate anybody who watches my video. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to you. But a lot of people subscribe, but they keep it hidden because they don't want to get flooded with bullshit, I guess. So anyway, 55 members strong subscribers. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I just appreciate it, and everybody have yourselves a good one. Alright. Well, the calicos. Yeah, it's calico, not clear. So anyway, I wasn't going to show, I just showed the etching, but I'm going to go ahead and show what I did is I taped it off. Because you can see how that's a different color there compared to the other one. So this, because of the entrance right there, that color there is over here too. What I did is I bought 2 kits, mixed the colorant together, okay? Not the hardening agent. Mixed them together so they would be the exact same color, and then separated them back into their own buckets. I mean pails, as you can see there. So anyway, I taped it off. So it'll be the same light color all the way over to there, across there, and then hopefully all the way down. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough or not. Then the center part is going to be, it's kind of a gold color, because I wanted both sides to be different. Why not? You know, Victorian home has all kinds of bright different colors. So anyway, so I'm not going to get a shot of me applying epoxy, because obviously you've already seen that. But once I get it finished, I'll get a shot of it so you can see the gold color, and hopefully that'll look good. One other quick thing. When you mix your epoxy and the hardener with it, depending on the temperature as to how long you have to go before you can apply it. It's basically 60 in here. I could heat it up more, but no need. It's 60 in here, so I have to wait roughly a half hour, 30 to 45 minutes for it to mix good before it starts this chemical reaction, before I start putting it down. So the warmer it is, the quicker you have to use the product. Shelf life is good for 2 hours once you mix it. You have to use it within 2 hours, otherwise it's screwed. So I did want to put that in there. I forgot to mention that. So I have to wait 30 to 45 minutes. 45 minutes, but I'll do it in 30. But, so there, just remember, depending on the temperature it is as to how long you have to let it sit mixed together before you can use it. 60 to 70 is, well, 30 to 45 minutes. 70 to 80, you only have to let it sit 15 minutes. Above 80, use it immediately. So, I gotta kill another 30 minutes. So now I just wanted to make sure that you know that you have to leave it mixed depending on the temperature. Okay. It's been, not quite 24 hours. So I'm still trying to prevent. Now believe it or not, both those, this and that is the same color. This is dirty, obviously. This is not. What I was thinking of doing is, they have a clear coat that you can put over the top of this stuff. One, it makes it glossy and it just gives you that extra protection. But it's like $100 and some odd per gallon. 1 gallon will probably do one side of this. That part there is already somewhat shiny, glossy. So what I may seal that with the gloss stuff, because this is where all your foot traffic is going to be coming in and out of the door. So anyway, you can see I did all along the edges. To match the other side. And then this part here is going to be kind of a gold color. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick shot. Then after I do the gold, and the flakes are coming tomorrow, because I was planning on doing it tonight. But I'll have to wait till tomorrow because the flakes aren't coming. Because I didn't want to use the black, and the ones I used everywhere else are the black and the black, white, gray. So I ordered blue for this one, for this part here. Kind of like the red, but I wouldn't get them until the 23rd. But anyway, who cares, right? So anyway, I'll get a shot when it's done. But you can see how much crap, all that stuff there. Lumber, the reach-in, ladder, pretty much everything you see other than the corner of the brake right there. But all of this stuff here, lumber and everything, all of that was over here on this side here. It was all stacked over there. So once this thoroughly dries this weekend, I'm going to take all that lumber, nobody cares. So I rattle on. But anyway, I'm going to take all that lumber and move it back over. So anyway, I'll get a shot after I get the gold part done. Thank you. Okay, there we go. This color is Gold Mine. That's the color. Now, the problem I had with this batch is it was super, super thick. So I don't know if it was just old. I don't think the stuff really goes bad, because it's not pre-mixed. But it was like freaking, I would say consistency of molasses was really about the thickness of it. So it covers between 2 and 250 square feet. And I was trying to, you don't want to put it down too thick, because then that'll really cause it to peel. But anyway, this is only not even 150 square feet, the yellow area here, because obviously I did this part with the same blue as on the others. It just needs to be cleaned. But anyway, yeah, and I used the whole gallon to do, well, this area here is, what is this? The area that I did is, I'm not even sure. I think it's 8 by 18, something like that. Or you could go 6 times 2 is 12, so that's basically 125 square feet. And it does up to 250, and you can see, yeah, it barely covered this because it was so thick. I don't know why it was so thick. I know this light blue here is a thinner, same coating, okay, just different dye. This one was a lot thinner. That blue there, there's a concrete stair that goes there up to, that's why that's not painted, epoxied. But that blue there was a little thick, but not too bad. This was thin, and this stuff here, like I say, was like frickin' tar. And I wasn't going to take it back. Oh, and if you notice, those would be cat paw prints. Yes, it would. Yeah. That was from Kosh. He decided to take a little walk. Yeah. And it was actually quite amusing because he stepped. Well, you can't see where he stepped. But anyway, he stepped right around there somewhere. And then he was like, uh-oh, it's sticky. And one of the other cats, one of the calicos, had his paws were completely blue because she walked on this part here before it was dry. But that's what they do. There's paw prints in all the concrete that was poured. For the observatory, for both halves of the garage. The other part of the garage, up there, which is a tool crib and everything's up there. Everything's a disaster, yes. But once the floor dries, you got to wait 3 days before I can do anything with it, before you can start driving on it. So this is Wednesday, You know, so I figure probably Sunday I'll start moving stuff back over here. But the first thing I'm going to do is finish insulating that, because you can walk on it in 24 hours. They just don't want you parking or putting anything heavy on it. So anyway, I'm going to finish. I already have the insulation to finish the bottom. Why isn't that done, you ask? Because I couldn't get to it because of all the lumber and everything else that was stacked up. So this is not about that. So anyway, there you go. I'll get this posted. This is more about the etching. And hope you enjoy it. Hit the B in the bottom right hand corner if you want to subscribe. I appreciate any subscribers. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can start making money, which is ridiculous if you ask me. But anyway, hit the little notification bell and it'll tell you each time I have a new video uploaded. So haven't had any comments from my girlfriend in a while, so I don't know if she's watching these or not. I did post 4 or 5 this month. Short ones though. Tom's rant. So anyway, I just appreciate anybody that watches it. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Alright, this is with the clear coat on it. So you can see it does give it a bit of shine to it. Gloss. Semi-gloss. I was trying to see if you can see the light. Okay, there you can kind of see the gloss. Anyway, I coated the whole floor. Worked really good. So it probably didn't take 15-20 minutes or whatever to coat the entire floor. Anyway, the whole reason I wanted to throw the clear coat on was to protect the epoxy a little better, because you can see how dull this side is. I mean, it's dull anyway. It's just the way the finish is. But it's harder to keep clean. So I'm hoping by putting the clear acrylic or epoxy over the top of it, that'll add that much extra strength. So hopefully it'll be easier to keep clean. So anyway, thanks for watching. Yes, that's a shadow right there. That's from up there. So anyway, thanks for watching.